Unreal Engine 5.7 preview is finally here. And before you ask, yeah, this is real, not rumors. I'll walk you through the new features, what they mean in simple terms, and also what's still experimental so you don't get misled. Let's get into it. First big thing, Nanite Foliage. If you've tried to make forests or even small patches of plants in Unreal, you know performance tanks pretty fast. In 5.7, they've added a new path for foliage that uses nanite so trees and grass can stay super detailed without killing your frame rate. This is still experimental, but honestly, it's one of the most exciting changes because we all want better environments. Second, the Procedural Vegetation Editor. This one is huge for world building. Instead of relying only on third-party tools or complicated blueprints, you can now sculpt and customize vegetation right inside Unreal. You can swap models, move things around, and even export them as static or skeletal meshes. Again, it's experimental, but it already feels like a big step forward. Next, we have a brand new PCG Editor Mode. And it's honestly one of the most useful additions if you build environments. It basically brings procedural generation tools directly into the viewport. Instead of creating a PCG graph and jumping back and forth, you can now stay in this editor mode, paint procedural content by hand, draw splines to control how it's placed, and tweak parameters in real time, all visually and interactively. It's a much faster and more intuitive way to scatter assets, build landscapes, or control how your world is generated. And it makes procedural workflows feel more like natural level design rather than coding logic. MegaLights is also getting a big update in Unreal Engine 5.7. The lighting system is becoming much more powerful. It's no longer limited to just basic light types. Now MegaLights can support things like directional lights, Niagara particle lights, translucent materials, and even hair strands, all while keeping performance in check. That means you can push far more complex lighting setups in your scenes. Now let's talk MetaHuman. If you're into characters, MetaHuman just keeps getting better. The plugin now works on Linux and Mac OS, which is great news for more creators. They've also added Blueprint and Python APIs, so you can automate tasks or customize MetaHumans much more easily. Hair deformation and painting workflows feel smoother, and overall character deformation looks more natural and realistic. The only thing to keep in mind is that conform from identity. Basically the feature that lets you turn a 3D scan or photo of a real person into a MetaHuman won't be available in this release for Linux and Mac OS. So while you can work with existing MetaHumans, creating one directly from your own face isn't possible there just yet. The last thing we have is the Epic Developer Assistant, which you can open directly in your web browser or inside the editor itself. It's just like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, but specifically designed to help you with Unreal Engine. There's also a note here saying that it's an AI tool and can make mistakes, so always verify the outputs, which basically means you'll still need to watch my videos to properly learn how things work. Now let's test it. I'll ask it this question: how I can convince Unreal Engine game developer to optimize their game so no one blame Unreal. It's going to process the question and give me an answer, including links to forum posts or documentation about game optimization, which is really helpful. But again, you'll still need to learn from a teacher because documentation isn't always easy to understand, at least not for me. That's why I always experiment and then share what I learn directly from Real Engine. And here's the first thing the AI assistant said: shared responsibility. Well, here I am, putting in the work and creating good content, and you guys have to help me go viral. That's how it works. Anyway, that's all for this video. I've already shared all the important updates with you. Last time, I got some hate for posting quick, straight-to-the-point videos about Unreal Engine 5.6 features. I'm not sure why people dislike shorter, no-yapping videos, but I really can't yap, even though I tried my best in this one.